Hello IP6, welcome to ICT Online. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you're healthy, happy, and ready to learn. Today's topic is using images in HTML. Okay, we have some new code. Today we are going to learn the image tag. Okay, so we're going to be putting images in our code. The image tag looks like this. It starts with our opening angle bracket, followed by the IMG label, followed by the src attribute, which equals file.jpg, something like that, and then the alt attribute, which equals an image name, okay, and then closed with our right angle bracket. This is a little different from before, so we've got some new concepts as well. First of which is self-closing tags. Those are tags that do not need closing tags because there is no text content that needs to be wrapped between a pair of opening and closing tags. The content is specified through attributes. So you guys remember before with paragraph tags or header tags, you would have the opening p tag and the closing p tag, or the opening h1 and the closing h1. With an image tag like this, you only need the one tag. You don't need the closing tag. And that's because all of the information that you need can be put inside of this tag here. Okay? And that information is called attributes. That's our second concept of the day. Attributes are extra information which is included in a tag. So that would be something like src and alt. Back to the code. There it is again. Here's how it works. The IMG label specifies that the content will be an image. The src attribute specifies the source file of the image. Should be clear, you guys can see src is in the word source, S, R, and C, okay? So src specifies the source file of the image. And the alt attribute gives a name to the image as an alternative in case the image doesn't load properly. Okay, so if you have a website and the image isn't loading, alt gives it a little alternative. This is useful for people maybe that have very slow computers, or also for people that are blind and can't see images. The alt attribute gives the file or the image a name, and then people that are using computers blind can actually have the name read to them through audio so they can hear it. So that's something good just to add to your images. It's not always necessary, but it's a nice thing to have. Okay, some important information. The attributes must start with the correct label. So for instance, src will work, but scr or source will not. Okay, so you guys need to be very careful. It must be src. Nothing else is going to work. The value of the attributes needs to be wrapped in quotes. So for example, source equals quote hello.jpg close quote. That will work. This example without the quotes will not work, or this example with only half the quotes will also not work. The name of the source file must be exact in character and case. For example, given a file name of hello.jpg, source equals quote hello.jpg. That will work. Source equals hello.jpg will not. Can any of you think why is the second one not going to work? If you said it's because of the case of the h, you are correct. The file name is lowercase hello.jpg. In this case, capital H is not going to work. So make sure that all of your characters are exact, both in sequence and in case. That's about it. Time to walk through the exercises. For this week's lesson, requirements, work through lesson 9 from levels 2 through 9. For levels with choices, do at least 1. And finally, if you have any questions, reach out to me via email at ip_ian.austin@patai.ac.th. Okay? Let's go to code.org and take a look. Okay? So here we are on lesson 9, level 2. Okay? I'm just going to show you guys basically what you need to do for each level. So for this level, you guys can see down here, a dog image has been added, but a cat's image has not. So look at the code that made the dog image appear. You can do that, remember, with the inspector. So if I click on inspector, I can hover over the dog, and we can see this is our code that's making the dog image. Okay? So for this level, try to replicate this code for the cat image. And you can find all the files over here in our file panel. Okay? So try to replicate this code with one of these files to make the cat's image appear on this level. Okay, let's move on to level 3. Level 3 is all about giving credit. So this is actually something that we had to skip because of our online learning and our time constraints. But it's very important to give credit to people that created images on the internet. You guys may be aware of something called copyright. Copyright are laws which mean that you have to give credit to people that created some kind of work. Alright, so for example, if you took a picture of something and put it on the internet and somebody else started using your picture and started making money with it or something like that, like how would you feel? Would you want to be paid for that? You probably would be, right? So this is one thing that we have to consider when using images on the internet, is giving people credit. A lot of people don't care if you use their images as long as you give them credit. Okay? So I'll just read this here. When using someone else's image, you should give credit to the original creator. This is also called attribution. Not to be confused with attributes. Two very different things. The easiest way to do this is to add text below the image that identifies the creator and website it came from. You may also add information from the publishing license. Okay, so on this level, you guys can read here, we just want to use this text and give credit to the cat's image. And you guys should have a cat's image from the last level. And then you should have something like this, giving credit underneath the cat's level, okay? So this one's giving credit to somebody named Ian Holding, and from the website Wikimedia Commons, and this here OGL specifies the license. Okay? So use this text here, try to create a credit for that picture. Okay, let's go on to the next one. In this level, we're talking about the details matter. So in this case, all of these images are broken, right? If I use my inspector and I go to red sky, we can find the code here, and something is broken. Something's not working. So use what I taught you in the PowerPoint. See if you can fix it. Same thing goes for green grass. This one's also broken, and blue islands is also broken. So try to remember the things that I taught you. Remember that file names must be exact. Remember that images need quotes. Remember that you must use SRC and not SCR. Try to fix each of those images. Okay, let's move on to level 5. Choosing a good name. Okay, so for this level, all of these image names are actually bad names. I didn't exactly teach you about that. It's a little bit advanced. But you guys can read the rules here. So fix the name according to these rules. Avoid special characters like and, question mark, %, slash, and parentheses. And the reason for this is that when you are coding, these special characters often have a meaning, and they can get they can confuse your code if you use these in image names. So try not to use any of those names. Make sure the name has a meaning that you understand. Use dashes or underscores instead of spaces. Keep the names as short as possible and still have a clear meaning. Okay? So after you fix these guys, choose one of these crazy images and then try to add it to this page here. Okay? Don't worry about giving credit. Let's go to level 6. This level is about uploading images. So you can upload images that you found elsewhere using the Add Image button. You guys can find that one right here. So go find an image of a different type of pet that you like and download it to your computer. You'll need to put it in the D drive or on your desktop or somewhere that you can find it. Okay, and then after you click Add Image, then you can click Upload File like this. And then you can find an image somewhere on your computer and click Open. Okay? What that will do, that will put an image file here, and then you can add that image to your website. Okay, so try to do that for this level. And again, don't worry about attribution. Don't worry about giving credit. Let's go to level 7. For level 7, we have many options here. Just choose one and try to do that. Just for your demonstration, I'm going to show you level B, just to give you an explanation of one option that you can do. So for this one, you want to debug the missing image. Someone has submitted a bug report on this web page. Can you fix the bug? Okay, so what I expect to happen, there is an image of balloons. However, there is no image. So find and fix the bugs. You guys can see balloons.jpg here. There's an image tag here, but something isn't working. So you can try to fix that one. That will be good for level 7. Or you can choose any of these other ones if you want to. Okay, level 8. Here, use images to make a web page more personal. So just upload an image and add it to the page. Okay? Very similar to one of the other levels. And level 9, again, just choose one of the extra activities. I'm going to click on A to show you this one, just to give you one option of something you can do. Okay, so here it's teaching you to use height and width attributes. So you are not limited to only src or alt attributes. You can also do height and width. Okay, so add the attributes inside the image tag using height equals quotes, and then you can type a number for pixels, and you can also do that for width equals a number of pixels. So, for instance, this image here, it's kind of hard for you guys to see, I'm sure. Let's do this. I can make it bigger, right? So these images are huge. Super, super big. If I use the inspector, you can find the image tag here. You can type something here. Height equals double quote. Maybe 200. Okay? And then when I do that, you guys can see it fixes the image. So try to fix the images here with height and width and see what happens. Okay? Or you can also go back and you can choose any of these other ones, or you can do all of them. It is totally up to you. Okay, that is the lesson. I hope you guys know what to do. I hope you guys have fun with it. And I will see you guys in the next lesson. Goodbye and good luck, IP6.